Tonight was certainly not a very good night. Our effort was embarrassing in the first two quarters, and when you look at the last two games, the 4 quarters at Richmond and the 2 quarters to start this game, is some of the most poor basketball that I've been associated with in my 18 years of Duquesne, being at Duquesne. And that falls on me. And I'm really disappointed. I think that today, youth is never to blame because we're in February and freshmen can't be freshmen. Today, though, was one of those days where you saw youth being exposed. And our lack of size is something that UMass exposed. And if you don't have size, you better have a whole lot of fight and grit. Our practices the last 2 days have not been there. We're at a tipping point, and that tipping point is what do these people want their season to be? Are we going to be distracted, or are we going to be focused? And we'll answer that tomorrow when we go to practice, and we'll see what that's like, because the last 2 days haven't been very good either. That's my opening statement.
Coach, a month ago yesterday, you dropped 97 versus George Washington. Now, for the past 3 games, you haven't scored 60, which is the first time you've done that all season. What changed?
Well, they played zone today, and we passed the ball around the arc once we beat their press. And we didn't do a very good job of beating their press with speed and aggression. We would break the press and never turn around and face the basket and look to attack before they could set their defense. We would beat the press up the sideline, and then we would wait for Meg or one of the other guards and get it to one of our veteran guards so we could run offense, instead of just turning around and just driving it to the middle. In the first 2 quarters, we never got the ball more than once or twice, maybe 3 times total in 2 quarters into the middle of the floor. And so when you're passing it around the arc, you're playing right into what UMass wants you to do. We got one post-up touch with Keandra Brown, and it got a bucket. We had another time Keandra Brown sitting in the corner, and UMass's small 5'5" point guard is down there in the forward spot, and we didn't think that maybe we should post that up and have a mouse in the house type situation. So, when you play zone against us, I would play zone every game, because, all we do is just swing it around the arc. And even when we are open, we have a tendency to feel like we're not, and we have to shoot it. We have to get more high post touches. That has to happen. We have to not only just get high post touches and kick it out, we need to high post touch, reverse pivot, and face the basket. And I don't know if we did that more than once tonight. That's something that we're going to have to do and drill that tomorrow, Friday. Do it in warm-ups on Saturday. We were never able to get downhill the way we like to in any sort of way, and that's really the best answer I can give you right now without watching the film.
Dan, you talked throughout the Richmond presser about lessons learned, and 1 for 11 in the first 10, out-O-boarded 7-0 in the first 10. Just how do you hope that these 2 games that you can see just increase that sense of urgency for that tipping point you mentioned?
There's no sense of urgency. There's a sense of urgency in the 3rd and 4th quarter. We got embarrassed. We were embarrassed again. Like I said, it's 6 quarters of the most embarrassing basketball in my 18 years here. There's no other way to cut it. And I can't go out there and box out for you. I can help with what we want to do from an offensive standpoint, or I can change the defenses up. But in our system, you have to play incredibly hard. We didn't do that. And we can take a moral note of that we won the third and the fourth quarter today, but I mean, that's very hard to even shower off the first two quarters and look at the third and the fourth as a positive. I don't have a lot more answers. This is an emotional thing right now when you're a coach. You come in 5 minutes after being in a locker room, and you've just lost a really difficult game, and you're not 100% sure because you need to watch the film. And there's a thing called talk long, talk wrong. And so I don't want to talk long and talk wrong. What I can say is exactly what my points were earlier. We were embarrassed tonight. We've been embarrassed 6 out of the last 8 quarters that we've played. That is not the team that has been around for the other 25 or so games, whatever it may be. We as coaches have to find the lineup that works, offense that works, and defense that works. And at the end of the day, that falls and rests on me.
Thanks, Coach.
I'll answer more if anybody has anything. It's fine. It's okay, Trey. I appreciate it.
You never want to lose home games, but you got this away game coming up. You said the team's at a tipping point. Do you think a road trip benefits this team right now?
That's a great question. I'll let you know on Saturday around 5 o'clock. I really believe that youth played a part tonight. We got smacked in the mouth. They were very physical, and we didn't react maybe the way we should have. We didn't play with the effort that we needed to. Other teams could do that to us, whether it's home or away. It doesn't make a difference. It's how we react to it. You hope that we don't have to go on the road to play better. You hope tomorrow that the practice will not be like the last 2 days. Because at the end of shoot around today for the last 15, 20 minutes, that was pretty good. But it's 2 quarters, it's 2 days of practice, and then it's 4 quarters. And without really getting into it deep, we've got to have people on this team find out what's most important to them. And I've got to find out who finds basketball to be the most important to them so that their effort is great. And that's my responsibility. And I'll be doing that the next 2 days to put a lineup on the floor on Saturday that will hopefully allow us to have a chance at victory and give us a chance to start fast and play hard at the beginning. And that's the first step. And hopefully we'll practice well tomorrow, find a lineup, practice well on Saturday, and then on Friday, and then on Saturday, play it with great effort and start fast. Okay, hey, I really appreciate you guys. Thanks for supporting women's basketball. We had a great crowd tonight, and I really appreciate the people coming. And I very frankly, we'll do better. Thank you.